Yirmiyahu, or Jeremiah, chapters 7 through 9. The word that came to Yirmiyahu from Yehovah, saying, Stand in the gate of the house of Yehovah, and you shall proclaim there this word, and you shall say, Hear the word of Yehovah, all you of Yehudah, who enter in at these gates to bow before Yehovah. Thus said Yehovah of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, Make your ways and your deeds good, then I let you dwell in this place. Do not trust in these false words, saying, This is the Hakal of Yehovah, the Hakal of Yehovah, the Hakal of Yehovah. For if you truly make your ways and your deeds good, if you truly do right ruling between a man and his neighbor, if you do not oppress the sojourner, the fatherless, and the widow, and do not shed innocent blood in this place, or walk after other mighty ones to your own evil, then I shall let you dwell in this place, in the land that I gave to your fathers forever and ever. See, you're trusting in false words which do not profit, stealing, murdering, and committing adultery, and swearing falsely, and burning incense to Baal, and walking after other mighty ones you have not known. And you came and stood before me in this house, which is called by my name, and said, We've been delivered, in order to do all these abominations. Has this house, which is called by my name, become a den of robbers in your eyes? Look, even I myself have seen it, declares Yehovah. But go now to my place at Shiloh, where I said my name at the first, and see what I did to it because of the evil of my people Israel. And now, because you've done all these works, declares Yehovah, and I spoke to you, rising up early and speaking, but you did not hear. I called you, but you did not answer. I shall also do to this house, which is called by my name, in which you trust, and to this place which I gave to you and your fathers, as I did to Shiloh. And I shall cast you out of my presence, as I have cast out all your brothers, all the seed of Ephraim. And you, do not pray for this people, nor lift up a cry or prayer for them, nor make intercession to me, for I do not hear you. Do you not see what they're doing in the cities of Yehudah and in the streets of Jerusalem? The children are gathering wood, the fathers are lighting the fire, and the women are kneading their dough to make cakes for the sovereignness of the heavens, and to pour drink offerings out to other mighty ones to provoke me. Is it me they're provoking, declares Yehovah? Is it not themselves unto the shame of their own faces? And therefore, thus said the Master Yehovah, See, my displeasure and my wrath is poured out on this place, on man and on beast, and on the trees of the field, and on the fruit of the ground, and it shall burn and not be quenched. Thus said Yehovah of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, Add your ascending offerings to your slaughterings and eat meat. For I did not speak to your fathers or command them in the day I brought them out of the land of Mitzrayim about matters of ascending offerings or slaughterings. But this word I did command them, saying, Obey my voice, and I shall be your Elohim, and you be my people, and walk in all the ways that I have commanded you, so that it will be well with you. But they did not obey or incline their ear, but walked in the counsels, in the stubbornness of their evil heart, and went backward, not forward. From the day that your fathers came out of the land of Mitzrayim until this day, I have even sent you all my servants, the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them. But they did not obey me or incline their ear, but stiffened their neck. They did evil more than their fathers. And you shall speak all these words to them, though they do not listen to you. And you shall also call to them, though they do not answer you. But you shall say to them, this is a nation that did not obey the voice of Yehovah their Elohim, nor did they accept instruction. Truth has perished and has been cut off from their mouth. Cut off your hair and throw it away, and take up a lamentation on the bare heights, for Yehovah has rejected and forsaken the generation of his wrath. For the children of Yehuda have done what is evil in my eyes, declares Yehovah. They've set their abominations in the house, which is called by my name, to defile it. And they've built the high places of Topheth, which is in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to burn their sons and their daughters in the fire, which I did not command, nor did it come into my heart. Therefore, see, the days are coming, declares Yehovah, when it shall no longer be called Topheth, or the valley of the son of Hinnom, but the valley of slaughter. For they shall bury in Topheth until no room is left. And the corpses of this people shall be food for the birds of the heavens and for the beasts of the earth, with none to frighten them away. And in the cities of Yehuda and in the streets of Jerusalem, I shall make to cease the voice of rejoicing and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, for the land shall become a waste. Chapter 8. At that time, declares Yehovah, they shall bring the bones of the sovereigns of Yehuda, and the bones of its heads, and the bones of the priests, and the bones of the prophets, and the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem, out of their burial sites, and shall spread them before the sun and the moon and all the host of the heavens, which they've loved, which they've walked, which they've sought, and to which they've bowed themselves. They shall not be gathered nor buried. They shall be for dung on the face of the earth, and death shall be preferred to life by all the rest of those who remain of this evil people, who remain in all the places where I've driven them, declares Yehovah of hosts. And you shall say to them, thus said Yehovah, would they fall and not rise? Does one turn away and not return? Why then has this people, Jerusalem, turned away in continual backsliding? They're strengthened in deceit. They refuse to turn back. I've listened and heard. They do not speak right. No man has repented of his evil, saying, what have I done? They all turn to their own course, like a horse rushing into battle. Even a stork in the heavens knows her appointed times, and a turtle dove, and a swallow, and a thrush guard the time of their coming, but my people do not know the right ruling of Yehovah. How do you say, we are wise, and the Torah of Yehovah is with us? But look, the false pen of the scribe has worked falsehood. The wise shall be put to shame. They shall be broken down and caught. See, they've rejected the word of Yehovah. So what wisdom do they have? Therefore I give their wives to others, and their fields to possessing ones. For from the least even to the greatest, they're all greedy for gain. From the prophet to the priest, all act falsely. And they heal the breach of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace. Were they ashamed when they had done abomination? No, they were not at all ashamed, nor did they know how to blush. So they shall fall among those who fall. They shall stumble in the time of their visitation, said Yehovah. I shall snatch them away, declares Yehovah. There are no grapes on the vine, nor figs on the tree, and the leaf has faded, and what I gave them shall pass away from them. Why are we sitting still? Gather yourselves, and let us go into the walled cities, and let us be silent there. For Yehovah, our Elohim, has let us perish and given us poisoned water to drink because we've sinned against Yehovah. We looked for peace, but there was no good, and for a time of healing, but see fear. The snorting of his horses was heard from Dan. All the land shook at the sound of the neighing of his strong ones. They came and devoured the land and all that fills it, the city and all those who dwell in it. For look, I'm sending among you serpents, adders which have no enchanter, and they shall bite you, declares Yehovah. When in grief I would seek comfort, my heart is sick within me. Observe the voice, the cry of the daughter of my people from a distant land. Is Yehovah not in Zion? Is her sovereign not in her? Why have they provoked me with their carved images and with foreign worthlessnesses? The harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we've not been saved. For the breach of the daughter of my people I've been broken. I've grown sad. Astonishment has taken hold of me. Is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no healer there? Why is the healing of the daughter of my people not come? Chapter 9. Oh, that my head were waters and my eyes a fountain of tears, and I would weep day and night for the slain of the daughter of my people. Oh, that I had in the wilderness a lodging place for wayfaring men. I would leave my people and go from them, for they are all adulterers, an assembly of treacherous men. They bend their tongue like a bow. Falsehood and not truth prevails on the earth. For they proceed from evil to evil, and they've not known me, declares Yehovah. Let everyone beware of his neighbor and not trust any brother, for every brother catches by the heel, and every neighbor walks with slanders, and everyone deceives his neighbor, and no one speaks truth. They've taught their tongue to speak falsehood, and they've wearied themselves to crook. You live in the midst of deceit. Through deceit, they've refused to know me, declares Yehovah. Therefore, thus said Yehovah of hosts, see, I shall refine them, and I shall try them. For what shall I do because of the daughter of my people? Their tongue is a slaying arrow. It speaks deceit, speaks peaceably to his neighbor with his mouth, but in his heart he sets his ambush. Would I not punish them for this, declares Yehovah? Would I not avenge my being on such a nation as this? I shall take up a weeping and wailing for the mountains and for the pastures of the wilderness, a lamentation, because they've been burned up without any passing over, nor has the voice of cattle been heard. Both the birds of the heavens and the beasts have fled, they've gone, and I shall make Yisra-el a heap of ruins, a habitation for jackals, and the cities of Yehuda I shall make a waste without an inhabitant. Who is the wise man that he understands this, and to whom has the mouth of Yehovah spoken that he declares it? Why has the land perished? Has it been burned up like a wilderness with none passing through? And Yehovah says, it's because they've forsaken my Torah, which I set before them, and have not obeyed my voice, nor walked according to it. But they've walked according to the stubbornness of their own heart, and after the Baals which their fathers taught them. Therefore, thus said Yehovah of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, see, I'm making this people eat wormwood, and I shall make them drink poisoned water, and I shall scatter them among the nations, whom neither they nor their fathers have known. And I shall send a sword after them until I've consumed them. Thus said Yehovah of hosts, discern and call for the mourning women that they come, and send for the wise women that they come, and let them hasten and take up a wailing for us, and let our eyes run with tears and our eyelids gush with water, for a voice of wailing is heard from Zion. How we are ravaged. We're greatly ashamed because we've forsaken the land, because we've been thrown out of our dwellings. But hear the word of Yehovah, O women, and let your ear receive the word of his mouth, and teach your daughters wailing, and each one her neighbor a lamentation. For death has come through our windows, has entered our palaces, cutting off the children from the streets and the young men from the squares. Speak. Thus declares Yehovah, the corpses of men shall fall as dung on the face of the field, like cuttings after the reaper, with none to gather them. Thus said Yehovah, let not the wise boast in his wisdom, let not the mighty boast in his might, nor let the rich boast in his riches, but let him who boasts boast of this, that he understands and knows me, that I am Yehovah, doing loving commitment, right ruling, and righteousness in the earth. For in these I delight, declares Yehovah. See, the days are coming, declares Yehovah, when I shall punish all circumcised with the uncircumcised. Mitzrayim and Yehuda and Edom and the children of Ammon and Moab and all those trimmed on the edges who dwell in the wilderness. For all the nations are uncircumcised, and all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in heart.